say DMX, right? You bringing up anomalies. DMX is a generational talent. How many DMXs were there? You can't even compare, like, honestly, you can't really compare DMX to anybody but himself. Jay-Z was 26, which was old when he dropped his first album. That's considered old. Little Uzi is 26 right now, right? But times were different. The content was different. Things are different. It's not the same. And then even when it comes to that, you got to put yourself in a different lane. Benny the Butcher I think Benny's like 35. But see, Benny is not trying to get into nobody's lane. He's in his lane. And people like, oh, Benny need a record. Yeah, he does, but he'll find a record when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Benny's doing shit that a lot of niggas that have records can't do. Oh, Lil Nas X. So look, Lil Nas X, with Lil Nas X album, right? I listened to like 8 songs off it, but Lil Nas X, while he might got a bunch of theatrics and all that other shit, he got some good music. He really got some good music. And I had tweeted out that it was the song that Lil Nas X got. I think it's called Dead to Me or whatever. The song is hard, and niggas started telling me that I was spreading a gay agenda, and I was being paid to tweet that. I'm like, I'm not getting paid to tweet nothing about Lil Nas X. That nigga Lil Nas X his people don't need me to tweet nothing about him. You know what I mean? That nigga don't need nobody. He do not need me to tweet about his music. But the nigga got some good songs. And I made a joke about it because I was like, niggas was like, I said niggas think that they gonna turn gay if they listen to his music. Bro, the nigga got good songs. Now, trust me, I don't watch that nigga videos because I don't agree. I might not agree with the videos he puts out, but that don't mean that the nigga don't got good songs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the nigga got good songs, bro. Like, niggas is mad. It's like, niggas know, but it is the internet, and you can't fight the internet, right? Fortes, like, you can't fight the internet. That's a fact. But it's niggas who really was, no, it was really niggas who was saying, yo, you really spreading a gay agenda. They done got to you. You probably gay and all this. I'm like, damn, I'm gay because I like a gay nigga music. But it's cool when y'all niggas put on y'all Balenciaga hoodies and y'all fucking Ferragamo jackets and your Gucci flip-flops that's all made by gay niggas. Like, that's cool though. But I can't listen to a gay nigga music and be like, this shit fire. I did not listen to Young Boy's album, so could you stop asking me that shit 100 times? DC Talent, I like Northeast. It's some other kid. I tried to sign No Savage. Is that his name? No Savage? Yeah, I tried to sign him before. I liked him. But I like Northeast. He go hard. Yeah, like everybody, like that's the thing. Like niggas act like you can't, like you incapable, like if you listen to, let me tell you something. Love women. And would never even think about a nigga in that realm. But if you think that something is gay about listening to a gay nigga's music, then I don't know what to say about a nigga, bro. Like, for real. Right, niggas love Cardi, though. Cardi is the most gay dressing nigga that ain't gay I've ever seen in my life. My favorite place to look for talent? I find talent. So because of, all the shit that's going on for the past year, I haven't been to a showcase in a real long time because them shits don't happen no more like that. But like, I usually find talent like just surfing the web. You know what I mean? Like that's what everybody does. You be on Instagram, you be on YouTube. Or my friends, I work with a lot of different people. People send me shit. You know what I'm saying? People send me a lot of shit. Niggas listen to Young and Man. That's a fact. Talent from the South. Yeah, I signed PG Ra. He from South Carolina. When I was at Asylum, I signed him. We did a project over there. think about content making on YouTube. I don't know what that means. I don't know who Rome Streets is. That, you know, it's the unfortunate thing about being in the position that I'm in. Everybody assumes that I should know everything. Like, it's impossible. Like, everybody, like, it's like if I find out a nigga and the nigga could have like 10,000 views. I'd be like, this nigga fired. They'd be like, oh, you late. You don't know about him. You late. Duh, nigga. Like, but he ain't got nothing going. 10,000 views ain't a lot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, back to what I was saying originally in this whole live, I was basically just getting at the point of, you know, when it comes to artistry, when it comes to working on music and shit, you know, you just gotta be creative, man. I think, cause somebody said to me yesterday about how in the 90s everybody was rapping about the same shit. And I was like, well, Tribe Called Quest didn't sound like Wu-Tang Clan, and Wu-Tang Clan didn't sound like the Lox. The Lox didn't sound like Boot Camp Click. Boot Camp Click didn't sound like Nas. Nas didn't sound like Jay. None of them niggas sound like Big Pun. None of them sound like Fat Joe. And then Ja Rule, nobody sounded like Ja Rule. 50 Cent's Unit, nobody sounded like them. So, like, yeah, the content, a lot of the content was the same, but niggas was using different sounds. It was different beats. It was different. It was the same content, but different concepts. You know what I'm saying? It was it was different concepts. There is artist develop, like, y'all niggas is crazy. This is what I'm saying. You saying that there is no more artist development like the 60s and 70s, even 80s. That's bullshit. There's tons of artist development. Yo, do you know who Her is? Her is an artist. I watched this girl when she was like 14 years old, 15, be in the studio, and she didn't start popping until she was like 20. You know what I'm saying? So when people say it's no artist, it's tons of artist development. The thing about it is what y'all niggas... See, the thing is this, like, y'all niggas is not in no office. Y'all not in no studios. So how could you say what artist development is if you not there? How could you say about what, like, I don't know what none of y'all niggas work, but I know if y'all worked at a certain place and you just told me and I started blurting out shit that I assumed about that company based on the knowledge that I seen that I don't know, you'd be like, oh, it's not like that. But y'all could tell everybody about how there's no artist development. There's tons of artist development. Y'all niggas don't see it. There's tons of artist development. Tons. There's tons of artist development. Y'all niggas don't see it, and a lot of artists don't want to be developed. That's what I was originally talking about. Look at what I said. Music is the only profession where you don't have to be professional. There's tons of artist development. There's a lot of artists that don't want to be professionals. I mean, they are running with it. You know what I mean? It's dedication and hard work, but they developed her. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They developed her. They developed her over time. Like, they kept developing and developing and working and working. And yeah, they call it an industry. That's not an industry plan. That's what I'm saying. It's tons of artists that have been signed for years. It's like, all right, you look at Roddy Ricch, right? Look at Roddy Ricch, and why everybody wants to credit every single artist for their own path. It's like, there's tons of hours of him sitting in the studio and trying shit, and A&R is bringing in certain types of beats, and him working on those beats and saying, I want to go this way, and then coming to a conclusion like, all right, I'm gonna work with this. That's artist development. Deals is all predicated on what you need. It's like signing a deal is like buying a house, right? That's like if you ask me, yo, do you think I should get a mortgage with a 50-year loan, right? Like I got 50 years to pay the loan back. Your interest rates would be super duper high, right? So it's like, if that don't work for you, then you get another deal for your house. It's the same shit with record deals. It's like it's predicated on where you're at. You know what I mean? Where your leverage is. Your credit is your leverage. I mean, like, let's think about credit. Like the credit that you have as a person. That's where your leverage is. If you don't have any leverage, then you're going to get deal, because you got to look at it like this, right? Taking a record deal is basically asking somebody, can you live in a house? And can they help you, right? So if you say, all right, I want this record deal. And they like, all right, cool. How much money is it gonna take to get the deal done? All right, cool. It's gonna take me $500,000 in my pocket to get this deal done, and I need $300,000 to work on my project, right? You're already $800,000 in the hole. So they say, all right, we'll put up that money, but you're a new artist. Music isn't selling but so much. I need to know how I'm gonna make my money back, right? And they like, all right, I want to start making. They like, all right, I need to make money off them t-shirts. You sell a lot of t-shirts, but you don't sell a lot of albums. So maybe we figure out a way how to package the albums with the t-shirts, and then we sell them both at the same time, so I can make my money back. Is that a bad deal? It could be for a person who doesn't know how to handle that. Ultimately, if you give somebody some money, you want that shit back, right? Or you want return on your investment. You want your investment to go up. Artists are products, right? And when I say artists are products, I'm not saying that they're not people. I'm saying that all artists are performers, right? All artists are performers. So if you put on artists, it is about talent. Because I hate when people say it's not about talent, because the most successful artists are the talented ones. You cannot, yo, bro, like, that's the funniest shit. People like, yo, it's not. So why is Doja Cat, I don't give a fuck what people don't like about her. Why is Doja Cat so successful? Because she pretty? She's successful because she's a great artist. Because she's talented. Why is Kid Laroi successful? Because he's talented. Why is Justin Bieber successful? Because he's talented. Why is Drake successful? Because he's talented. And I'm naming the top of the top. See, what y'all get caught up on is all them niggas in the middle. You know what I mean? You get caught up on all them little niggas in the middle and think, oh man, he just got a deal. Deals is based on potential. Every time somebody signs a deal, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed for the label, nor is it guaranteed for the artist. Everybody's taking a risk. Yes, you have to meet a quota because people have jobs, so you have to sign artists. But people sign artists that they want, like, you know, it's hard to explain it. It's hard to explain it to people who don't work in it, you know? It's not about talent. So 6ix9ine wouldn't be on the whole time. 6ix9ine talented when it comes to marketing. That's a talent. Marketing is a talent. Like, marketing is a talent. But that's the thing. Like I said, like, you, bro, if a person lived in your house and they told you they was going to pay you they going to help you pay the rent, right? And you like, all right, are they going to help you pay a bill? And they come in your house and they ain't paying the bill. You're like, all right, you missed your bill. All right, you missed your bill. All right, you missed your bill. How am I going to get my money back? All right, you got to get out. Same shit with music. Same shit with music. So, how do you feel about artists who are worked and invested in by small investors that end up trying to leave with a big company? I mean, if you a small company, if you invested in by a small company and you want to go to a big company, you can, but you just make sure you pay back them people. That's all. Yo, honor your business, man. That's all. Just honor what you said you was gonna do. That's all business is. If you said you was gonna do something, do the shit. That's all. If you say you was gonna do something, do it. It's that simple. Nah, if you're a small company and you sign an artist and you can't, build them to this next level, I think it's cool to let them go eventually, but you need to get paid for what you put up. That's a fact. What's my net worth? Why would I tell people what my net worth? Yo, y'all niggas is stupid. That's a dumb question. Hold on, let's pin that. So I wanted to pin this just so that you can see how ignorant people are, because why would I tell you my net worth? Why? Like, what do you get out of that? I want to know what people get out of knowing people's net worth. I mean, like, what do you get out of that? Like, what do you get out of that? That shit get you wet or something? Like, what's your net worth? Weirdo shit. Niggas is weirdos. You need to start making some money off of asking people their net worth. Not just sitting around wondering about what niggas is getting. That's all I say. You sitting there worried about what another man getting. Shit, what you getting? What's the best way for artists to get sponsors? Have music that sells. That's the best way. You want to have a sponsor? Have some music that can sell. All right, we're going to unpin that comment. Y'all crazy. Yeah, but people want to get signed, but the thing about getting signed is that when you get signed, you got work to do. You know, you don't just get signed and then that's just that. You get signed and you got work to do, bro. It's like getting drafted to the NBA. You get drafted to the NBA, you don't get a championship immediately. You got to work for it. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm not doing no sneaker collection video. I got a lot of sneakers, though. I do got a lot of sneakers. Yeah, I mean, getting signed that's just one thing. What do you think about? Yeah, but if that deal is the championship, nigga, then that's all you gonna have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said about the drill shit. What y'all niggas want out of this shit? You want to just have one song and then you gonna be the nigga with one song. That's all you'll be for the rest of your life. I mean, that's all you gonna be for the rest of your life. If getting signed is all you've ever wanted to do, then when you get you want to do that, you get signed, and then nigga, if you don't want to work, then you ain't gonna have nothing to do. Your ass gonna have to get a job one day. You got kids that's little, one day they gonna be big. One day you gonna be the dad that was the nigga that coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't do it. So if you cool with that, then by all means. I ain't. Y'all niggas be asking some wild questions. Oh, explain. Okay, look, well, let's do that. Somebody said explain that 1 million views. 1 million views is not 1 million people. The thing is ever since you was a child, ever since you was a kid, ever since all of us was kids, everybody's taught that 1 million is such this massive number, right? It's this 1 million always seems like the impossible. Like nobody can make 1 million or have $1 million, or like 1 million is so big, right? So the thing about it is that we get so addicted to that mindset. Million. Gotta get to the million, gotta get to the million, gotta get to the million. It takes 1,500 streams to count as one sale. 1,500 to count as one person buying your shit. Think about this. It takes 1,500 times to be played for it to count as one purchase, right? So imagine you purchase 1,500 shirts, but this imagine you got somebody gave you 1,500 shirts, but they only get paid for one shirt. So for every 1,500 shirts they give away, they only get paid for one, right? You think of by that metric, by that number, by that metric, right? Is 1 million a lot? 1 million is not a lot. So if a million it can be a lot. If you come out with a record and your shit does 1 million views in 1 month, or if it does 1 million streams in 1 month or in a week, you really got something. But 1 million views is not 1 million. When you see 1 million views, that doesn't mean 1 million people know who you are. It's not 1 million people watching. That means a lot of people watched. It got played that many times. It could have got played by the same group of people multiple times. That's why you got to start studying. You have to start studying your numbers. If you got YouTube, go to your analytics. Like on my podcast, I got Spreaker, right? So Spreaker shows me how many downloads. So I want to thank all of y'all who listen to my podcast, because I think we close to getting 100,000 downloads, right? We close to getting 100,000 downloads on Hear Me Out with Wayno, which is amazing. I love that, but I got a lot of work to do. So when I look at Spreaker and I look at the people that's watching my podcast, predominantly it's the United States, right? But we got a few people in New Zealand. We got a few people in the UK. We got a few people in Africa, Japan. Not a lot, but people all over. But these people are viewing, right? Now, that many downloads, right? Like that downloads is different than the streams. So when the people see the streams, 30K views, 1 million. 1 million views is still 1 million views. 1 million views means that it's getting eyes and ears, but it's not. So how many? All right, if 1 million views was 1 million people, then everybody would have platinum records. Because a million, it takes 1 million sales to go platinum, right? It takes equivalent sales to go platinum. It takes 1,500 streams for one sale. So if you think a million is not 1 million. And like I said, you was taught, and even for me, I remember one time I was around Beanie Siegel, him and Stevie G, not Stevie J, Stevie G, and they was talking about money. And at this time, I was broke as fuck. And they was talking about how $1 million, right? Like, they was talking about how $1 million wasn't a lot of money. And I was like, how is $1 million not a lot of money? But as I got older and I started making more money, and I started paying taxes, and $1 million is not what you think it is. It's like people think of $1 million and think of Scrooge McDuck swimming through the fucking coins in his vault. That's not $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it go. $1 million is like, because everybody is not gonna make $1 million in their lifetime, nor will they have $1 million in their lifetime. It's a hard thing to achieve, but it's not what you think it is basically what I'm telling you. Because once you cross the threshold, yeah, rich people let broke niggas hang around them. Because guess what? I was a broke nigga that worked. Now, when I say broke, I don't mean I was broke as in I ain't have shit in my pocket. I ain't have what none of these niggas had. You understand? Since you want to be a smart ass. But anyway, when you cross the threshold of $1 million, you put in a different tax bracket. So you have to give the government more money. You got to pay. If you live in America, you got to pay the government more money. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the government more bread in taxes. That breaks down your money. Then in music, you really got to make $2 million to have 1 million. And by the time you make 2 million to have the one, that one ain't gonna be the one either, because you got a ton of bills, right? So, the thing about it is this: it's like, in order to but there's no difference. I will say that, because I say that a lot too. There's no difference between $100, $1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Because if you don't treat it correctly, which means if you frivolously spend, right? If you frivolously spend. So if you spend money on stupid shit with $1,000, if you can't hold on to $1,000 and you get $1,000 and you spending half of it out on some clothes or some shit, you gonna do the same thing when you get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You gonna think that you gonna have more. You think that when you have, when I get $1 million, I'm not gonna spend so much because I only got 1,000 now. You're gonna treat the money exactly the same. You're gonna treat it exactly the same. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I appreciate building with y'all. Don't flag me, because I got flagged for going live last time, and they fucking banned me from going live. And I wasn't doing nothing but what I'm doing now, just kicking it with the people. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Connected with Wayno will be back on October 20th. I don't know who's going to be our guest.